The Buffalo and Pittsburgh Railroad is a Class II railroad that operates between New York and Pennsylvania. Its main line spans over 659 miles and is owned by the Genesee and Wyoming Railroad. Over the past few months, I have gathered footage and documented trains that travel along the main line, mainly in small towns along Buffalo's Route 16. I've been planning this project for some time now and was hoping to catch a few local freights and some locomotives that I have never caught before. However, before we get into trains, I would like to talk about Buffalo and Pittsburgh's trackage in the Buffalo region. Buffalo and Pittsburgh owns most of its track in Pennsylvania. However, portions of its track near Buffalo are owned by Norfolk Southern and are leased to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Most of these sections are on the Micaiah subdivision. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. Leading into Buffalo, there is a section of track called the Ebenezer Running Track that is fully owned by Norfolk Southern. The section starts around Transit Road and ends when it reaches the Norfolk Southern and CSX main line. Buffalo and Pittsburgh, like many railroads, often does not have a fixed schedule. However, on the Micaiah subdivision, there is a weekly schedule that is fixed. Monday through Thursday, Buffalo and Pittsburgh will run freight trains around 5:30 and 8:30 local to East Aurora, which is a major town along the line. The railway doesn't run anything special on these freight trains, mainly C-44s that were purchased from BNSF. Occasionally you will see a painted GEVO or SD-70 that belongs to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Most of the locomotives, however, are not painted because of Genesee and Wyoming's limited budget for the branch. On Saturdays, Buffalo and Pittsburgh allows South Buffalo Railway's local freights to run on the line, around 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock relative to East Aurora. Now, let's get into some trains. For our first train, here is one of the dailies I was able to catch during the summer. The leading locomotives are ex-BNSF C-44Ws, which, again, is very common. In this clip I have extracted here, you'll see some gray containers pass by the camera. See that little sign on the side of the car? These cars are indeed carrying radioactive material. This is from one of the many industries that Buffalo and Pittsburgh services along this line. These containers are carrying waste material from the West Valley Demonstration Project in West Valley, New York. The West Valley Demonstration Project is responsible for the cleanup of a nuclear waste reprocessing plant that was abandoned in 1980. I'll leave a link to the Wikipedia article in the description. Back on the subject of daily trains, here are the exact same locomotives carrying another freight train on a different day. In this clip, it is raining pretty heavily, so the audio is kind of screwed up. At long last, we finally get to see a Buffalo and Pittsburgh locomotive fully decked out. Here is Buffalo and Pittsburgh C44-9W4438. Here is a train I caught later in the summer. The leading locomotive is from the parent company of Buffalo and Pittsburgh, Genesee and Wyoming. So for this, I have saved the best for last. While I was recording and documenting trains here, I actually caught some locomotives I've never caught before. Light locomotives like GP38s and GP15s. I want to keep commentary to a minimum here, so I will not be talking through this segment. Yes, hello, it is I. Thank you for watching my video. This took me a really long time to make. I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. I know I haven't posted in a while. I have so much footage in my possession, it's not even funny. There will be some videos out soon. I've just been really busy with school and stuff. So, now, that's it. That's the end of the video. You can go now.